In today's video, I'm going to be testing two very different automotive air compressors so you can decide which one's going to be right for you. This is the LASFIT X4 portable air compressor, and I'm going to be putting this up against the legendary dual ARB air compressor that I have mounted here in my bed. This thing is known for its reliability, its rugged build, it's durable. This one also has 100% duty cycle. It has about 6.2 CFM, but guys, this is kind of the golden standard in terms of automotive air compressors. I got this kit from CA Tuned Off-Road, which comes with the plate. This was around $1,000. Now let me introduce you to the LASFIT X4 portable air compressor. This thing boasts a 12.35 CFM, which is basically double the airflow of the dual ARB air compressor, so on paper it should be quicker. It also comes with a digital gauge here with an auto stop feature. This does come with a pair of gloves, an air hose, and a nice little carrying bag. It weighs 22 pounds, so it's a little heftier than maybe a little portable air compressor if you've seen some of those. So this is really designed to be, a step up above that, and really designed to be inflating larger truck tires and SUV tires. Retail price is around $300. I think on Amazon, though, depending on what sales they're running, you could possibly get it for $270. So we're going to see if this is a good value. Now let's put these two to the test and do a little bit of a comparison. I'm going to do a speed test, a noise test, and an ease of use test. So first up, we're going to do the LASFIT. Hooking up the LASFIT portable air compressor is really easy. All you got to do is put black to black, red to red on the battery, and that's how you get power. All right, I got the LASFIT air compressor all hooked up, and to inflate all four tires, I'm going to be using the LASFIT H4 tire inflator and deflator. This has a digital gauge on it. It also has a backlit display here as well, and there's a little light on the back here, so this makes it really easy to inflate and deflate all four tires simultaneously. So I recommend picking up one of these because it's super easy. Price on this retails around $200, but I believe on Amazon you can pick one up for about $180. For this test, I deflated all the tires to about 20 PSI. I'll do the same for the ARB test. But we're going to go from 20 PSI to 40 PSI, and I'm going to time just how long that takes. What's great about this portable air compressor is that you can set what PSI you want it to stop at. So we're going to go to 40 PSI, and we're going to push the on button here, and it should go. Alright, so the time to beat is 5 minutes 7 seconds. This shows 41.5 psi. This one down here showed 40 psi. So that's what it's going off of here, is the 40 psi. So a little bit difference between the two. Alright, so we've aired down to 20.9, which is where we started the test with the portable air compressor. Now we're going to do the ARB. In a previous video, I have the full-length install. If you're interested in checking that out, go to the channel and find that video. But all we got to do here is just plug in the air chuck, and I'll turn on the truck, and then there's a switch underneath here that I'll turn it on. And stop. 40 psi, 4 minutes 34 seconds. Wow. All right, guys, there you have the speed test. I was actually not expecting that. I was expecting the LASFIT to win because it has a higher CFM than the ARB air compressor. But I think that's partially due to the fact that the LASFIT has a auto stop feature, and so it's always stopping to check where the PSI is at, and so that just stretches out the time a little bit longer. If it could run nonstop and then stop right on the PSI that you set, I think it would be as quick, if not quicker, than the ARB one. With the ARB one, I was able to run it continuously, and I was able to check the PSI here by opening and closing this valve here. So it constantly ran, and so that's partially why I think the ARB one was a little bit faster. Now moving on to our second test, I want to see if there's any difference in the noise output between the two. So I have my sound level meter here, and we're going to see if there's any difference between the two. First up, we're going to test the decibels of the ARB dual air compressor. So 79.9, we're going to go test the LASFIT now. And the LASFIT comes in at 111 decibels. So far, guys, the ARB has won 2 of the challenges so far, the speed test and also the sound test. Now, one thing I want to talk about before we move on to the third test, which is ease of use, is something called duty cycle. So the ARB has a 100% duty cycle, and what that means is it doesn't need to take a rest. So in normal temperatures, the ARB can run continually. And that's a really strong feature if you guys plan on doing some serious off-roading, overlanding. You can also run air lockers off this as well. So if you want to wire your truck for air lockers, this is a great option. Now the LASFIT has a 67% duty cycle, and what that means is for every 30 minutes of run time, it needs about 15 minutes of rest time. And 30 minutes though is plenty of time to inflate your tires, so I don't think that's going to be a concern for most people, but it's just something to be aware of. Moving on to the third test, which is ease of use. The ARB, you hook it up, you flip a switch, you're good to go. Now the downside of that is it's not exactly portable, but it is extremely easy to use once you have installed it. Install is going to take you about 4 to 5 hours, but once you've done that, guys, you have easy onboard air. Now let's talk about the LASFIT. It's portable, which is an advantage over the ARB. If you want to move this from vehicle to vehicle, you can certainly do that with this air compressor. It also has a digital display and an auto stop feature, which is really nice. This will fit under the rear seat of your truck, so if you want to do that, you can store it under there. There's not a ton room under there for other things, so keep that in mind, but this will fit under there if you want to store it there. Setup on the LASFIT is a little bit longer, and that's just because you have to pull it out, hook up the battery, and that takes a little bit longer, maybe 1 or 2 minutes more than hooking up the ARB. So it's not a lot more time, maybe slightly less convenient than the ARB. But again, guys, this is a third of the price of the ARB. And so it really just comes down to what you're looking for and what you want. If you want something inexpensive that will get the job done and it's portable, go with the LASFIT. If you're a serious off-roader, overlander, or you just love the convenience, you don't care about price, go with the ARB. I'll drop some links down in the description of this video if you guys are interested in checking out these compressors. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it was informational for you. If you have any questions, comments, please let me know down below, and we'll catch you in the next video.